This video is going to be about getting your trays ready, prep, everything for germination. I'm going to show you the difference between two different soils. Excuse me. Two different soils. One that I was using before on my tomatoes and it just didn't work out, and what I'm using now. The difference between the two, I'm going to show you the difference between the two pans if you plan on doing bottom watering, which I'm going to, and the two seeds I'm going to be doing are the ones on my last video that you saw me order. Was my wheatgrass, my spring wheatgrass, and I've never done this before, the black oil sunflower. They both kind of need the same amount of soaking period and germination, so the only other thing is the black oil needs some weight up on top of it for some reason. It helps promote root growth. These are the trays. I got two different types of trays here. They're both by Super Sprouter. Top one's got holes in it. Let's see if you can see it. See, the perforate's got some holes in it. But honestly, I'm not a real fan of this. It's really, really thin. And there, I got them from a hydroponics place for about like $2.50 or something like that. I'm just not really too happy with them, just the quality of it. And as you can see, let's see, it's kind of bowed, but it does the job. Eventually, this other one, this one's by them also, but it's a thicker one. I'm just going to drill holes in this. See, it's a lot thicker. You can see. Let's see if we can get it. Just a comparison how much thicker these are. These are going to last a lot longer. And so this is going to be the bottom tray. And also when we're applying pressure, we're going to use this to put some weight on top of it, which I forgot to get weight, but I'll just have to run out and just look at a wall for a second. But you'll apply pressure to it. But right now, what I'm going to do is prep this soil for both of them. So I'm going to move this up out of the way. That's showing some oil being soaked. Well, actually, while I'm doing this, this is the black oil seed, and all I did was I got this first time doing it, so I'm going by more experienced growers. That 5 ounces, I think mine came with a 5.3. What I did is I got one of these food scales, put a bowl on top of it, teared it out so it's 0 with the weight of the bowl, and I added 5 ounces, but I think mine's a little heavy. It was like 5.3 ounces, but then after that I poured it into a bag, and what this actually is, this goes over a bucket. It's a paint strainer. Please implore you to rinse this out. Got a kind of crazy little smell to it, but rinse it, rinse it, rinse it, rinse it. But then when you put the seeds in, because the seeds are going to be about like that, I'll show you in a second. Just wrap it around, do a little tie like that. Then sunflower seeds float. Alright, I'm just letting you know, they float. This was about $3, I think, and it comes with 2 of them, so that's pretty good. And I just bought one just to kind of try it out, and plus I'm not mass producing yet. I'm just now starting out. It's a hobby slash business. I'm trying to get it to business level. Like I said in my other previous posts, this is my new adventure. This is what I'm going to be doing. And a little bit later I'll be talking about more stuff about why I think everyone needs to start growing microgreens, planting a garden, self-efficient and less reliant on supermarkets and stuff, because you can tell that even what quality vegetables and stuff that you get are not really that good. But let me go and show you this. Alright, let's see. As you can see, yep. Okay, it's full of water. Put a tray in it, a little bowl. Man, it's just simple stuff. Put a bowl here. I'm going to drain this a little bit. I got a bucket over here. But that's it. That's the 5 ounces. Just rinsing it a little bit. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to hang it. I got a clip. I'll show you it. here. Got a clip. I'm just going to clip. See clip. I'm just going to clip it to the bucket. It's this regular Home Depot bucket. Got this from Home Depot, and it's actually HD. Let me give you what it actually is. The bag is an HDX 5-gallon elastic top strainers, a 2-pack. And these are going to be reusable. It says reusable for paint, but doing what we're going to be doing, it's going to really going to be reusable. So what I'm doing is putting it over here. Got a potato chip clip right there. See, and it's going to drain. Now I'm doing this in a spare room that we made a study/green room. You don't need a lot of space to do microgreens. All you need, and I'll show you my tower here in a little bit. That's a tower. I think my tower was 119 bucks. Some lights. I ordered 2 different types. I ordered 1 set of lights first, and they were a lot stronger than I thought they were, and I was doing tomatoes. I just got some lights and soil. Oh, let me show you the difference in the soil. Wow. This is, I'm all organic here. Everything I eat, consume is mostly organic, but I'm growing organic. This was a soil I got. It was an organic. It's a raised flower bed. And this is the stuff that I'm not impressed with. As you can see, it's got a lot of stick. It's a lot of hard. And I noticed once it gets wet, it forms a hard crust. You do not want that with microgreens. You want very fine powder. I'm using, here's the drier version of Coconor, however you pronounce it. And this is all dried out, and as you can see, it is like powder. And that's what you want. Make sure you get all sides. And this, I mixed this up when I mixed the whole batch, and it's still wet. I got a small mortar mix tub, and a whole cube of Coconor. This is what I'm using. If you guys is wondering. And all I did, it comes in a solid brick, compressed. You just gotta add water to it. I got one of those little mixer basins, so I could actually put it on my shelf, and I'll show you that on my shelf. Show you it on the shelf, but this right here, I'm not going to fill it all the way up to the top. It just seems to cause more problems, and I'm not going to put soil over either. I'm going to do the wheatgrass first. Kind of just patting it down a little bit. I keep track of time. I gotta be somewhere in about 30 minutes, 34 minutes. Alright. Cup of wheatgrass. This is spring mix. Soaked it for 4 hours. Soaked my sunflower seeds for 4 hours. I've seen some people say soak it for 8, 12, 2 days. 4 hours was golden for me, so that's exactly what I'm going to do again. Where's my bucket? So I can pour the water out. I'm just going to use the same bucket that I'm drink. Let me pour this out. And I'll probably just reuse that water again. But yeah, 4 hours. One whole cup. It's got a measuring cup. No weight to this. The oat. Last time I did way too much because I really didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it's about a cup. I'm going to give this a try. Pull it, and this is just a mason jar. 4 hours. 4 hours of just soaking. Alright, and it's just simple. You just get this. First, you just kind of spread it all over, kind of like that, and you're going to fix it a little bit better with your hands. Just kind of get a coverage. Maybe I should have went a little bit more. Maybe about a cup and a half. But it's looking pretty good. This stuff is going to get real dense. You just kind of want to spread it out so it's kind of even coverage all over the tray. And now the soil is still pretty damp from before, and these seeds been soaking for about almost about 4.5, 5 hours. What you just really want to do, you just kind of, you can see it, just make sure there's no real big gaps. I'd say about 1 cup is the golden. You're going to have some stuff. If you find some big chunks of, you know, the fiber, the coconut fiber, that's fine, just pick it out. Like I said, you just kind of just smoothing it out so there ain't no spots anywhere. You don't want no big huge clumps, then you have some bare spots. I'll show you what my other looks like. Alright, and this is just a regular mister bottle. What you're going to do, you're going to mist the bejesus out of this. Going to mist, because it's going to be 3 days. And you're going to mist it every day, but since you want it, even though it's been soaked, really, last time I put some more fibers on the coconut, however you pronounce it, over top of it, and when the wheatgrass grew up, the fibers didn't grow around the fibers very well. So this time I'm just going to leave it open like this. Just spray. Since it was a little bit drier than last time, I'm going to really spray. Another neat trick, because you're going to use this to black out, what you're going to do is just put it over the top. Then you're going to mist it like twice a day. Mist the seeds and the lid about twice a day for 3 days. Then I'll do a video, because both for the sunflower seeds and the wheatgrass will be the next stage where I'll be putting them under lights. But what you do, help keep the moisture, you just soak that too. This is the method that I found that works best for me. And let me move this, and that's it. You just go and put it where it will be blacked out. The top on the next one, that lid over top of it, is going to keep it nice and humid and sunlight. You just want, from what I understand, the theory of it is it's like it's growing out of the soil. Now I'm going to be doing the sunflower seeds, and it's a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more involved than the wheatgrass, but since they both germinate soak for 4 hours, and they germinate for 3 to 4 days, then it's just easier to kind of do them both together. And they both grow pretty quickly. I know my wheatgrass grew within 7 days, and now I got wheatgrass that's been under the lights for 12, 13 days. I got the soil in the tray, the one with the holes in it. Remember, the one with the holes in it if you're doing bottle watering, and I do suggest doing bottom watering. Helps reduce the mold issue, because the spraying on top, it just, how humid your room is and temperature and where you're at and stuff. A lot of people are having problems with mold. So far, thank God that I haven't had any mold problems. See what I'm going to do to get it nice and flat. Get the other tray, and now I'm getting the sunflower seeds. So this process is pretty straightforward, but I wanted to show everyone there's so much information out there where it becomes to a point where there's good information, there's bad information. And again, this is black oil sunflower seeds. Make sure I get all them little buggers out. All those little nice little seeds, really delicious seeds. Now, yeah, like I said, one of the best things I've got. And all this is to spread them out. And that's one real reason that you kind of smash the soil down, other than a nice even surface, and it pretending, kind of reenacting what we're trying to do is just reenact nature as much as possible. Make sure you get nice, good coverage. Notice that you see clumps and spots that don't have it, just rework it. That's all you got to do. Just rework it. Make sure you got nice, good coverage all through your pan. I think that's going to be about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Just like the other one, missed the hell out of it. Just getting a real good soak on the seeds and the soil, because it's going to, seeds are going to dry out and they're going to start pulling the moisture from the planting substitute soils. And so, since it wasn't like dripping wet, I'm just getting it really nice and wet. And like before, now this is another thing. You want to press down on it. Really press down on the seeds. It's kind of mush it into the soil or coconut. And just because I do this. Alright. This is it. This is all you need to do. Put some weight on it, which I got. Since I'm going to later on get some, let's just make sure it's sealed. I'm going to get some bricks and put up on top of it. I just left the bricks outside. Put some good weight on it, and what it is it forces the roots to go down. These sunflower seeds like a lot of pressure up on top, and eventually they will push this up in about 3 to 4 days. But other than that, I'm going to put this on my growing setup. Just doing some hiding. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. And it's funny, I'm going to leave those seeds in there. They'll grow, they'll root, because last time they rooted in the jar with no soil. So that goes to tell me that you can grow this stuff without soil too. I've seen some people use growing mats. A lot of people do hydroponics. The growing mats are really good with it. And I've seen people who just do bottom watering with the mats. They got hemp mats, and they got the same soil that they just made into a mat. You know, that were the cocoa, however you pronounce it, as mats, and you cut it out, and that seems to work pretty well too. I might get some of that and see how that does. That might be easier in the long run with me selling whole trays of the wheatgrass, because the wheatgrass just goes crazy, and haven't really figured out a way of selling whole trays of that yet, but just getting the dust off. Just kind of keep track of time. Oh yeah, I want to show you my growing setup. I mean, like I said, it's pretty simple. This is just one of those shelves. And that is my wheatgrass. This is tall. This is tall. I've been cutting and using it, and this stuff grows about like a half an inch a day. Good lights. I got the lights off because the LEDs kind of mess with the camera. Here, let me turn it on real quick. See? Let me cut it off again, see how it does it. Well, this was all the way down to here, and it's regrown since I cut it. Seems about the height that it grows. That's about as high as it's getting. It's got good whites on the bottom. Yeah, this is great harvest. Great harvest. But yeah, I got extra trays up here, up on top. And see, I got extra trays. Still trying to figure it out. There's that mason pan I was telling you about. There's all my growing substance in it. And I got a towel up under it just because it's a messy. Black oil seeds, my red oak, my red spring wheatgrass, a little water and some more different seeds. These two are pretty much storage for right now, but I do have the lights set up. And I'm going to turn them on real quick so you can see. With the lights, I'm sorry about the bars, that's just because the way the lights are. But eventually I'll have 4 shells. It's a 5-shelf system. Like I said, those were really strong, and I had to raise them up. Of course, is how tall these are, but the other stuff is not going to grow as tall, so these are a little shorter. But LEDs, it's got them zip tied, and they're all daisy chain. You got little zip ties. See, I haven't clipped that one out. But this is, let me get this back on my laptop. You can see behind me. Sorry about the window. It is daytime. But this is it. It's not really that hard. I thought it was really difficult, and my biggest thing was just doing it. My wife tells me just get out there and just do it. You just learn from your mistakes. But so in 3 days, my in 3 days we'll check on those and see how much they've germinated. Soak the seeds. Soak my red spring wheatgrass and black oil sunflower seeds that I got from True Leaf. 4 hours. 4 hours. I've seen some people soaked theirs for 8, 12. Seen one person suggest they did theirs for 2 days. There's no reason for that. I don't see no reason for it. 4 hours is good enough soaking to germinate. And as you can see, my wheatgrass, that was just 4 hours. And it's insane thick and healthy wheatgrass. But alright, this video is a little long, so got any suggestions, put it down in the comments, and hopefully next time I'll be doing a live video streaming, which I'm really excited about that. That's the whole reason I got this camera. That, and apparently I can pause it, because in my other videos I couldn't pause it, which is nice little feature. And it's even got a little light. That's nice for me. It's something different. But see what else. Yeah, like, share, thumbs up. It's really important that you grow your own food. Really important that you grow your own food. It's come to a point where the food that's in the stores, even the organic stuff, does not taste anything like true organic out of your yard. You've grown yourself, because even if it's organic, they can still put certain pesticides on it, which I don't understand how, but you know, they try to make everything look like it's full, but they just pull the product frontwards. It's called facing your product, but it's a lot of it's just hiding empty shelves, because they can get a box, and if they had stocked it right, it would only be like one aisle, but if they do by facing it, they can make it look like their shelves are full. Because if people start panicking, they start worrying when they see empty bare shelves. And basically we have fake full shelves. That's why I'm calling it fake full. Grocery stores only hold 3 days worth of food, if that. And it's fall, it's September, about almost mid-September already. Yeah, it's September 12th. Yeah, September's almost over with. October, fall's coming, so all this produce and stuff that you get during the winter are stuff that was picked too early. Doesn't have the nutrients that you need, unlike microgreens. Nutrient rich, and you know, microgreens have about almost 10 times the nutrients of the fruit that you pick from the grocery store, and it just tastes a lot better. Plus, growing something that from the process, ordering the seeds, germinating, what you just saw, put them in the soil, prepping the soil, put them in the soil. Now they're in a germination period. Within 3 days, you'll see sprouts. You'll see life. That's the thing. Then within a week depending on, I think, a week to 10 days, you'll be eating. And, you know, share this. You know, I mean, I'm doing this for my own personal health benefits. My wife's. Wheatgrass is an anti-inflammatory, and that's one reason that we're doing the wheatgrass, and as business-wise also. But then again, I'm gone way too long, but yeah, the pleasure of of growing your own food, your own vegetables. This way, you don't have to worry. If growing it indoors, you don't have to worry about pests, droughts, nothing. It takes, from what I've seen, I just put a cup about yay big of water in each pan a day, and it just grows. And it's more efficient watering. And I'm pretty sure later on, if I decide to go into hydroponics, which a lot of you might go and do hydroponics, it's a great way of adding nutrients and stuff, and that's the next thing I got to learn, is how to add nutrient-rich water to my greens to make them even more better for you. Video of the 3-day process of the germination of the wheatgrass and the black oil sunflower seeds. Until again, like, share, and just enjoy the vegetables that you grow.